leaving a pin standing on the deck. Fortunately, just leaving the 10 pin here. You might see the 6 pin just wrapping around the 10 pin there. But still, again, another great shot. That's 3 great shots in a row from Belmo. That'll really settle him down.
Yep, safely done.
Yeah, well, Zara coming into the foundation frame now really needs to strike here to give herself, to make sure she limits the damage for this game.
Well, you talked about the male v female thing, and last year 5 women players came along, all lost. And we've already lost 2 already, and Zara has fallen behind here. But historically, women players have fared pretty well in this competition. We've had 2 former champions, indeed, have gone and won it. Charlene Zulkifli was the first, as we see what Zara can come up with here in frame 9. That's better. She's still very much alive in the match, but Charlene Zulkifli, the Malaysian, won it, and so too did this woman here, Nikki Harvey, the pride of Southampton bowling, who came here as the rank outsider and shut everybody up by winning the whole thing 3 years ago. And a wonderful Cinderella story. And she knows that the camera's on her, and she doesn't look too happy about it, but hey, when you win this thing, you're going to be the focus of attention.
Well, here we go. Can Belmo put all 10 in the pit now?
There's your answer.
Yeah, and that's the advantage you get with the twister pins. Hit them light, you really do get a great mix on the deck.
We've actually got a really good match boiling up here, because Belmonte's in front, but it's a single figure lead. So it's going to be, unless somebody has a horrible breakdown here in frame 10, it's going to be all to play for in the second leg.
Yeah, I mean, Zara can strike out now and actually put the heat straight back on Belmo.
Yeah, Zara with that strike in frame 9 needs to just finish with a strong showing here. She'd like a double, but before you can do that, you've got to get the first part of it. And there's the first bit done. Good strong finish from the woman from Preston.
That was a great ball there. Absolutely perfect in the 1-3 pocket. If Zara strikes out in this game, the worst that can happen to her, she can be 7 pins behind.
I think if she'd been offered that at the start of the match, she'd have taken it. Not a bad situation. But first of all, she's got to just got to make sure that she can stay that close by knocking over all 10 here. In a match that is this close, it could come down to every pin counting. Can she rack them all away? Ooh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zara just missing slightly to the right again. But that's really what's made it tricky. Just can't afford to miss at all to the right-hand side. But after the strike in the first ball in the 10th, it's really not a train smash. I mean, at worst case, you can go down by 20 if Belmo strikes out.
Zara Glover's last ball of this first leg, and she finishes with 197. That would have beaten you by 33 pins in your first round match, Guy, but it's not going to be enough to give Zara Glover a lead.
No, but I think Zara's actual game was better than the score. I mean, she had that terrible 8-1 that was a great shot that could have been a strike, which would have given her about 220. So, yeah, I think going into the next game, she'll be confident.
And the only question to be answered is how big a lead is Jason Belmonte going to take into the turnaround.
Yeah, another great shot there by Belmo.
When he gets it right, Guy, I mean, you hear the net result. You don't need to see those pins to know they've all gone. You just listen.
And you can feel it. You can feel the thud of the ball going into the 1-3 pocket there.
So it's all bonus balls now for Belmonte.
Yeah, another strike here gives him an extra 10-pin lead. At the moment, he's got a minimum of 10.
his first double of the match. He's converted that into a turkey. And he's putting down his marker here as we get ready for the turnaround. He's going to go in with a useful looking lead.
Yeah, 20 pins is a nice size lead, but by no means unassailable. So not to be disheartened there for Zara. I mean, disheartening news is seeing those pins getting blown away.
Glover led for the first 7 frames of this match, then had that real piece of bad luck. The split off a nice pocket hit, and Belmonte jumped on top of that.
Yeah, that's a sign of a really great player. As soon as they get given opportunity to take a lead, Belmo really did. From Zara 7-2, he didn't miss a pocket for the next 7 shots. So a nice solid game for Belmo, finishing with 216 and a 19-pin lead.
Yes, all to play for. 19 pins the advantage for the Australian, but that's not going to be enough to win this match. All to play for as we get ready for leg 2.
Just before we start game 2, PBA pro Chris Barnes takes us through another aspect of the game of 10-pin.
Perhaps one of the most important pieces of equipment for a bowler and the most overlooked is the shoes. Here I have my tournament set of shoes. This is the right shoe, and this is pretty standard. It has a rubber bottom, and it allows for the most traction, so you can push off strongly into your final step. Now this shoe comprises many different options that you can adjust depending on the approaches. This is a pretty neutral setup, but each of these dots pops up and has Velcro on the back. So if I don't want this smooth bottom on, I can put this more abrasive one on, and this will stop me much sooner. I can do the same thing through all of these dots, and allows me many different options on many different approaches.
So Jason Belmonte, who spent most of that first leg chasing Zara Glover, moved past her in the latter stages of the first game to take a 19-pin lead into the turnaround. The question is now, can the man from Orange, New South Wales, continue to pour it on here at the start of this second leg? If this lead starts to get any bigger, Zara Glover's going to be in some trouble, and there's always that feeling that Jason Belmonte can take off and find his own level at any moment.
Yeah, obviously having a lead to start is ideal, and what you want to do is get away to a good start here and put some distance between you and your opposition.
You know, you see a ball like that and you think, this is scary looking stuff.
Yeah, I can tell you as players, we watch that and we're in absolute awe. That ball carries so much power through the pins, it's really scary. But I think for Zara to get through this game, she's going to have to throw a blinder. I think she's going to need 250 or more to get through to the next round.
And what she's got to do is just forget all and try and dial out what Belmonte's doing. Just stay within her own game. She's got her family here, she's got her friends here, all those Zara Glover t-shirts are out there willing her on. She's got the support, but she's on her own when it comes to the approach.
Yeah, you can see there the ball just didn't make the turn into the pocket there at a break point. Just skidded a bit too far down the lane, leaving the 2-8 spare. Yeah, with that mother-in-law behind that 2-pin, makes the spare a little bit more tricky, but for right-hand hook